Now let's look at a sentence with the conjunctive voordat, so before. Hij zei iets voordat hij aankwam. So he said something before he arrived. So that's literally it. There's no inversion. It's all clean. Hij zei iets voordat hij aankwam. Here's another sentence without inversion. So it stays the same, which means the person and then the verb are in the same order as if there was no conjunctive. Does that make sense? Ik ben blij. I am happy. Want ik heb veel geld. Which is, you know, money doesn't really bring happiness, but it sure comes in handy to pay the bills, right? Ik ben blij, want ik heb veel geld. Because I have a lot of money. Much money, right? Want ik heb veel geld. Here is a sentence that does have inversion, but, you know, and it's because of the conjunctive als, which is if or when, right? So, als het goed is, ga ik ermee akkoord. Als het goed is, ga ik ermee akkoord. If it is good, I will agree. So, als het goed is, so the conjunctive is all like the inversion is already in the first sentence, but it's also in the second sentence. Well, it's not a sentence, it's like a clause sentence, like it's dependent on the other sentence, right? So, als het goed is, ga ik ermee akkoord is actually one sentence, but they depend on each other. So, als het goed is, so you see that is shoved to the back of that part of the sentence. So it's not als het is goed. That's what an American or an English person would say, if it is good, right? But in Dutch, because it has conjunctive als, is shoved to the back. So, als het goed is. And then they also switch to ik and ga. See, in English they say, ik ga, I go, right? I will agree. Akkoord gaan is to agree. But if you say, ga ik ermee akkoord, is dependent on the other sentence. So they reverse it. So it's really, you got to pay attention to that. If you do that right, 10 bonus points for you. Every Dutch person will go like, wow, you're really good at Dutch. You know, because that is a bit more sophisticated. Als het goed is, ga ik ermee akkoord. If it good is, go I in agreement with it. Okay, that's really what they're saying. This is a very simple sentence that doesn't have any inversion. Hij is thuis en hij is boos. He is home and he is angry. So in Dutch, with the word and, you don't have to inverse it. Unless the whole sentence is reversed anyway, and the N is like somewhere in the middle, but let's not go into that. If it's just the word N as a conjunctive, then it's simple, there's no inversion. Hij is thuis, he is home, and hij is boos, and he is angry. It's very simple, it's just like English, same order, so pretty easy that one. Het klinkt leuk, maar ik weet het niet. So, it sounds like fun, but I don't know. And in this sentence too, there's no inversion. There's no switching of the verb and the person who does it. It's just, it sounds fun. Het klinkt leuk, maar ik weet het niet. Maar is but, ik is I, weet is no. So, but I know it not. That's what they say. And so the only difference between the Dutch and the English in this case is that the English put the word do in there, don't, for negatives. Dutch don't do that. They just say, I know it not, right? So, just like in Old English, actually. Het klinkt leuk, maar ik weet het niet. And this is very simple too. The word of is or. So it doesn't mean of, it means or. Wil je deze of die hebben? Wil je deze of die hebben? Wil je deze of die hebben? Do you want this or that have? And that's another thing. Like they say it's because it's a question. Like wil je hebben? And then so they don't say, do you want to have this or that one? Do you want to have this or that one? They don't say it that way. They say, you want you, see, because they reverse it. They don't have do in their questions. Want you this or that have? That's how they say it. So keep that in mind. Wil je deze of die hebben? And that's not because of the word of. That's because it's a question. And so they say want you. They switch the verb and the person. And here's a sentence where there is inversion. So, ik werk hard, I work hard, which is very simple, right? Ik werk hard, zodat ik genoeg heb. Zodat ik genoeg heb. So that is so that. And I will have enough. See, the English don't change it. They say, I will have enough. I will work hard so that I have enough. So it's the same sentence that is just pasted on there. The Dutch, because of the conjunction so that, they switch the verb and they put it all the way to the end. So they don't say so that I will have enough. They say so that I enough have. Does that make sense? So the verb goes all the way to the end, and they do that in German a lot too. So if you've had German, that's the same thing. They do that too. They put the verb all the way in the end because it's called inversion. Ik werk hard zodat ik genoeg heb. So that I enough have. That's how they say it. Here's another sentence with inversion. Ik wacht. I wait. I will wait. See, they don't always say the word will. Sometimes they say the present tense and then it refers to the future. So they say, ik wacht morgen. They say, ik wacht morgen wel. They would say, I wait tomorrow. But in English they would say, I will wait tomorrow. But in English the word tomorrow already indicates it's in the future. So they don't think it's important to add the word will to it. So they say, ik wacht totdat je er bent. I will wait until you are there. You can see this sentence is inversion. Totdat is until, and literally it says until you there are, because they put the word are all the way at the back. Bent, je bent, you are. Ik wacht totdat je er bent. I wait until you there are, because are has to go all the way to the back.